In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can take a video recording setup from something like this to something like this. Let's get into it. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Jake, and if this is your first time here, we share weekly videos with build inspiration, tips and tricks, hacks, and other creative uses of ordinary materials, all so you can finish your DIY projects. If you like seeing videos like that, then definitely consider subscribing. We appreciate it. We've been making videos pretty regularly for about a year now, and we've learned a lot along the way through experience and from helpful creators here on YouTube. One of whom is Caleb from DSLR Video Shooter, who has a ton of helpful content, including a series about all-in-one desk setups. We pulled a lot of inspiration from that series and made a all-in-one studio desk out of EMT conduit and maker pipe connectors. After a little bit of planning and building, we now use this desk for about 90% of our videos and live streams. Today I'm going to give you an overview of this desk along with tips, tricks, and hacks that you can use to build your own DIY setup exactly how you want it. You can customize this setup to utilize all kinds of different gear, no matter what you have available to you. We're just going to focus on the cage in this video and the tips and tricks that you need to build it. If you need some helpful gear reviews and things like that, I'll link some channels that I like to watch in the description. First, I want to show you guys what we call the cage around our desk. We built it out of 3/4 inch EMT conduit, which is a readily available pipe that you can find in the electrical aisle of your local hardware store. Now, you may also want to incorporate a cage into a desk build, which I think is a great idea. We built our cage to be freestanding because this desk is on wheels and made to roll out of the cage whenever we need to use it for podcasting. Because the two are separated, it also helps keep the vibrations down whenever we're moving around or building during a video or a live stream. You could also build a conduit cage that sits on top of your desk or table that would work just as well. Jeremiah shared this picture in the community of a design similar to that he's working on for his setup. Our cage looks like a lot, but it only costs around $300 to $400 to make, which was really worth the investment. Building the basic framework in the cage is where you'll want to start a project like this, because once you have that framework in place, you can start adding accessories and customizing it to fit your exact process and needs. After our main frame was built, we got a general idea of where we wanted to put cameras and accessories and started adding them on. One of the best things about using conduit and connectors in a setup like this is the fact that you can easily modify and change it as time goes on. After you make videos and learn about the process, you may want to try different things, and it's great to have a setup that can easily change with you. We typically have 3 cameras mounted and recording during a video or live stream because we do a lot of tutorials and overviews that benefit from multiple angles. You can make a DIY camera mount really easily with one of our favorite hacks. This is a 1/4 bolt threaded into one of these threaded star inserts, which is then hammered into a short piece of conduit. You can make these really cheap, and because there's a 1/4 stud on it, you can thread it directly to most cameras and accessories. Because the whole cage is made out of 3/4 inch EMT conduit, we can use the standard maker pipe connectors to securely mount a camera or accessory anywhere on the cage. You can use the supplied nuts and bolts to secure the mounts to a set position on the frame. This is great for consistent shots across multiple videos and saves some setup time because you aren't having to mess with the camera position every time you want to record a particular angle. You can also use this hack that we find super helpful. This is a bike seat clamp that we use to make quick release connections. They allow you to adjust and slide the mounts easily along the conduit throughout the framework. This is great if you use one camera to record videos and want to get different angles quickly without having to adjust a tripod or get another camera. You can also thread a ball mount directly onto this conduit stub and make a fully articulating camera or accessory mount. We've also used this mounting method to make a boom arm for a shotgun mic that extends over the desk and sits out of frame when recording. This arm also doubles as a camera mount for an over-the-shoulder shot that we use in some video formats. Our PC sits on the floor over here, but you could easily add a PC shelf or really any custom storage solution that you need to the frame. We used a wire shelf to make a cable raceway that also acts as a shelf and holds the router and switcher. Also under the desk is a headphone holder that keeps them out of the way when not in use. We do community interviews, live streams, and other video formats that require monitors, so we've incorporated 2 monitor mounts directly into the cage. You can achieve this very similarly to the camera mounts that we looked at earlier. I'll link a video in the description that explains how to make monitor mounts in full detail in case you want to add some to your setup. For lighting, we have a large key light that sits on its own to my left, and then on the right we have a light that is actually mounted directly to the frame using a hack involving a 5/8 inch baby pin. You can get these pins in various sizes and styles, but this one we found hammers directly into 1/2 inch EMT conduit and gives you a secure mounting point for lights. Because the frame is built with conduit, we found it really easy to do cable management. We've routed the wires and cables throughout the build along the pipes and then used Velcro straps to secure them there. You can get Velcro straps locally or online really cheap, and they're the perfect solution for this type of thing. Behind me is a simple stand that we built out of EMT conduit to hold the various types of paper that we use for backdrops. In that, we used a bike seat clamp very similar to this one, which allows us to easily remove the top pipe and change out the paper. It's freestanding, which means we can easily move it out of frame and switch to the natural background for our other video formats. This setup as a whole has made our video creation process a lot more efficient and easier, which in turn has allowed us to make more content for YouTube and TikTok and other things. I hope this overview of our desk gave you some ideas and inspiration for a custom setup. If you have any questions at all, definitely reach out to us because we're happy to help you build or design yours. And if you have any recommendations for our setup, we'd love to hear it, so definitely leave those down in the comments. I want to mention that it's a great time to pick up accessories and connectors because we have our biggest sale of the year going on right now. You can get discounts up to 15% off the entire site. So I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested in checking that out. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.